Hello to all my Leos out there. This is your March reading. If you guys are new here, welcome to the Intuitive Affinity fam. But if you're a recurring visitor, hi again. Welcome to this reading. So I'm super excited. All the readings have been beautiful. Messages are amazing. And also, if you want a more accurate prediction, watch your sun, moon, and rising sign because sometimes you might relate to one more than the other or resonate with multiple messages. So let us get right into your reading, Leo. Let's see. Okay, we have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. This is such a beautiful card. Could be a message for some of you. This is definitely a hard time for all of us with COVID going on, and I know sometimes there's fear surrounding our elders and our loved ones, during COVID. So I feel like this message is super powerful. I've personally been getting this message a lot when I've been pulling these cards. So it could relate to your life. It could relate to just the heaviness of the world right now, but you and your loved ones are safe, and that is such a powerful message. Some of you may have needed to hear that if someone in your family is sick or unwell, but you and your loved ones are always safe and being watched after. This could also be a message to, pray for them, send them extra love, meditate on it. It's always good to do that. So this is definitely just a hard time. And we've also been in Mercury retrograde these past couple weeks. So definitely emotions have been running a little high. So we have step out of your comfort zone, Leo. And let's get some more information. Maybe you guys have been unwilling to accept change or step out of a comfort zone. Maybe you guys have been wanting to try something new. So that's very exciting. We have hold your vision, fixed moon. I love that we got this card with step out of your comfort zone because for you guys, Leo, March, this is telling you to hold on to your dreams and goals. Something tells me you've been thinking about something that you're not sure if you can create or you're not sure if you can do. And the vision that you have, always trust your gut feeling, always trust your intuition. Hold that vision. And that's what this is saying. Hold on to what you really love. Hold on to what you really believe is true. If you're thinking, oh, I could never do that or I could never be successful at that, make sure to hold on to your vision. And I just get the sense that you're dreaming of something. You're dreaming of being this person. I don't know, maybe it's a new passion that you have and you want to step out of your comfort zone and explore something. And it could not just be your career. It could be a passion project on the side or something else. Like maybe if you've always loved writing your entire life or you've always loved painting or art, just stepping out of your comfort zone, creating something new. And yeah, just giving that to the world. I'm hearing that message is give your gifts to the world and give your energy and passion to the world. So when I get this step out of your comfort zone, there's something that's kind of inside of you that's like, I want to do something, but I'm not there yet, or you're afraid, or that fear is creeping in. And this is saying that, Leo, you have stuff to offer the world. When you get a creative feeling or a passion burning inside you and you kind of can't get it out of your head, but you're like, oh, I could do that, but I don't know. Hold your vision. This is important. This is saying, you are meant to do that. You are meant to have those thoughts. If you have creative energy about something, if you have inspiration about something, if you want to talk to somebody about something, it could even be that, scared to initiate a conversation, scared to initiate something with a friend. But it could definitely be something relating to being a little scared to step out of your comfort zone. But if it's a continuing feeling, it's kind of pushing you to do that. Always trust your gut, always trust that feeling, and just try to listen to yourself in that way a little more. So let's see what else we have for you. We have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So, Leo, I definitely feel like March is going to be a rejuvenating month for you. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. And I feel like if you do step out of your comfort zone, this will be very rewarding. Whatever this is, whatever this issue is that needs resolution or needs to be resolved, or even if it's just in your own mind, you've kind of either been at war with something else, someone else, or been at war with yourself in your own mind. This issue, luck is on your side. So, it's going to reach its resolution. And I think you'll be happier when it does. That's also kind of the message I'm getting is I think you guys will definitely feel more yourself, feel more authentic when it does. as I'm speaking, individuality just came out. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this Earth school. Whew, you guys. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. I just got this feeling that like once this situation is resolved, you will feel a lot better, and then individuality pops out. This is why I love doing this. I get the chills when this happens. Yeah, you guys are definitely, you guys are meant to be you. Step out of your comfort zone. Do not follow what everyone else is doing. You are different for a reason. You have different thought patterns, you have different beliefs, you have everything different from everybody else for a reason. If you think differently about something, if you want to do something different, even if you think it's going to be received negatively or not received well among your peers or your group of people, you are meant to step out of your comfort zone. You were not meant to fall in line. Recognize that, meditate on that for a while, falling in line. I think it's just a good exercise to do in any situation, just to think a little deeper about your life and your life path and think, am I falling in line in any way? Am I stopping myself from doing something that I really want to do in any area of my life? And that goes for everyone, not just for you Leos, but just, in general. I do that sometimes, just taking a second, meditating on it, realize, how am I falling into line? How am I being different? How am I being authentic to who I truly am? So doing situations or meditations like that really helps. And you are meant to be individualistic. You are meant to follow your dreams, your goals, your passions. I'm getting a burning sense of creativity from you guys. So I feel like you guys are definitely creative about something or passionate about something. I also get the sense, I feel like a lot of Leos are like this. Once they get something in their head and once they get passionate about something, it's hard to get it out. You definitely think about it a lot, and you think about what you want, and you go after your goals, and that creates a very authentic version of you, because you are going after what your heart wants, not what anyone else wants. So we also have outrageous openness. Now, I love this card, and I was feeling like this card would come out as well. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. So, Leo, it's very important to be open to receive, to be open to change. Release me from any attachment or prior identity that I think I have. Being individualistic and having your own identity is recreating itself every single day. You can do something different tomorrow than you did yesterday. You can be someone different tomorrow than you did yesterday. So releasing you from your attachments and your own self-limiting beliefs that we tend to cling on to. So say you usually have this certain style and you see a shirt, and this is just a very lighthearted example, but if you're like, oh, I want that shirt, but it's not really like, I feel like it's not my aesthetic or it's not my style or whatever, get the shirt. Like you don't have to be this certain style. You don't have to be a certain person. You can step out of your comfort zone, and obviously that can go a lot deeper than a shirt, something materialistic. That can be from your soul. That can be trying something new, but because you've surrounded yourself with a certain group of people, or you surrounded yourself with certain friends in your life or your family members because they believe in something, or they believe, oh, they don't really like that. It doesn't mean you can't like that and you can't step outside. So releasing yourself from your mind and from your attachments. So this is such a beautiful affirmation, a mantra, if you will. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. I think this is also a very important message that fear, whenever fear gets involved, insecurity, anything in that realm of thinking, fear is a very low vibrational moment, and fear is never the truth. So that's something I think I said in a different pile as well, but fear is just a very overwhelming emotion that never really is truth. And you always engage with fear when you're about to break through, when you're about to open up, and you have outrageous openness or outrageous courage. So fear is funny because it's never really the truth. So if you're afraid about something, the only thing you can accept as the truth is peace and love. So when something happens in your life and it's out of peace and love, it's most likely the truth. It's most likely going to happen for you. But when something is acting out of fear, for example, if you're scared to do something out of fear of what others might think, that's probably not the truth. That's probably something created in your brain, because fear is a very low vibration, and fear occurs in people when they're about to do something amazing. So I always use the example of like a singer going out on stage. Fear sometimes comes at those cusp moments in your life when you're about to do something incredible, when you're about to step out of your comfort zone, Leo. So, for example, if like a singer is about to go out on stage or audition for a show, that might be the scariest moment of their life. They might get that fear right before something amazing happens. And that happens a lot. So sometimes when you're actually expanding in life and you're like leveling up almost, that fear will be right underneath, and that fear will come right before you're about to do something beautiful. So like if you're scared to do something in public, if you're scared to public speak, if you're scared to post something, even, it doesn't matter what it is, that fear will come right before. But that's why it's never truthful. Fear is never truthful. It's always, usually you'll do something and people will absolutely love it. And, so don't listen to that fear, and kind of redefine your relationship with fear is what I'm hearing. And don't let it stop you from stepping out of your comfort zone. All right, let's get some more messages. Your path. Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Chills again, Leo. We were just talking about fear. So this is so beautiful. So you just need to see past the fears and illusions and, pray on it, meditate on it, creator, source, whatever you believe in, the universe, nature, doesn't matter. But just understand that you have a path in this life, and it is far beyond through any fear or illusion that you have. Sometimes just sitting with yourself and affirming, like, I can do anything. I create my own reality. I can have whatever I want. I can create whatever I want. The only thing that's stopping you is you. And that's also a very powerful thing I feel that we all have to learn, is that you manifest everything that comes to you. And it's a hard pill to swallow at first, but you manifest through your thoughts and actions. You're manifesting all the things that are coming to you. So if it's an insecurity, like, it's not, like I said, it's not acting out of love. And, we are in constant manifestation process because our thoughts carry a vibration. So you're constantly creating your reality. So you need to put yourself in an emotional state where you understand how powerful you are. You understand that you deserve more. You deserve this path. If you're feeling stagnant in life, if you want to change some things, if you want to go buy that new shirt, like our little example earlier, do it. Know that you can, and just repeating those affirmations to yourself as well, knowing you can. And I feel like March is going to be, I feel like you're going to start understanding these things more in March, and I feel like these things are going to become a lot more clear. I feel like that's an overall message I was getting for a lot of the piles as well, because I just feel like there's some energy going on in March that people are starting to have more realization. So let's get some more information for you guys. So let's get our tarot cards here, see what comes out. Leo. Okay, we have the Two of Wands and we have the Two of Cups. Ooh, here we go. A lot of two energy. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. So like I was just saying, I feel like you're activating this place with the Two of Wands. You're activating this place where you can really see a path, or you want to push past a certain point. The Two of Wands, I always think of like two poles or two wands, and you're like seeing into the future. You have a clear vision ahead, and even though it's not really manifesting itself in the physical, you're really thinking about it. So the Two of Wands kind of reminds me a lot of that energy of you're really, really thinking about something hard, and you're like, where do I want to be in 10 years? Or where do I envision myself? Or what does my life want to look like? Who is, and then say your name. Who is this person? Who is this person I want to create? How many people do I want to impact? What's the message that my soul really wants to tell this world? It's not about who you are or your external ego. It's all about your soul. And I feel like the Two of Wands is just looking into the future kind of, and understanding like, who do I really want to be? Who do I want to surround myself with? How do I want to make this reality the best reality that I can live? So, and then the Two of Cups is such a beautiful card because it's a card of love. It's a card of unity. So for some people, sorry if you guys hear that noise, for some of you, it's the feeling, it's like a relationship for some of you. For others of you, it could be unity or with a friend or a new friend connection, because the Two of Cups symbolizes that. So it's love and peace and unity. So maybe someone in March, if you're single, someone has been in your life or coming into your life, and you've created this beautiful unity with someone that maybe you didn't expect, or you didn't expect them to come into your life, or maybe as quickly. If you are in a relationship currently, it could mean you're deepening your bond with your partner or someone else, or you're deepening a friendship connection. The Two of Cups can also symbolize that. So it's just two people working together, coming together, that love, that bond, friendship, unity, you know. So I feel like you guys, so for some of you, it really could mean relationship wise. And I'm getting that sense that it is more love, but however it resonates with you. Then we have Death. Wow, I'm so happy we got this card. So the Death card is one of my favorite cards, and recently, it's funny because it's been one of my favorite cards. Death is all about transformation and rebirth. So I feel like I really get this sense for you, Leo, especially with individuality here. There is a transformation happening. There's something going on with you guys in your head, in your mind, in your life. It's almost like literally like a dimension shift where something just shifts, something ignites it and it shifts. Death is such a beautiful rebirth card. So this is also the card of questioning. You see this person is rising up with, we have a moth, we have a butterfly. It's a complete rebirth of their entire selves. And I feel like to be, you know, individualistic, you kind of have to go through rebirths in your life. It's actually a good thing because you start questioning things. You question who you really are, what you're really meant to do here, you know? You're questioning maybe behaviors of your past, maybe going through some shadow work, questioning why you did something a certain way. It's actually a really beautiful thing, because sometimes I'm also getting this message of thinking of your past, and you could be thinking of moments from your past and being like, why did I do that? Or why did I say that? Or why did I behave that way in that time? And instead of getting embarrassed, or instead of letting your past be kind of a place where you think of mistakes, or you think of people who wronged you, or you think of all this stuff, let your past, when those thoughts come to the surface, let it be a time for shadow work. Let it create a space where you genuinely look at something, you look at a behavior you had, you look at someone who wronged you, whatever it is, and create a space for that self-development, because that is when the rebirth happens. That is when the death happens, the transformation, the rebirth. That's when individuality happens, because you are taking those moments and you are learning from them. You are no longer scared. You are no longer embarrassed. You're taking that information in. I accept that I did this, or I accept that this person wronged me. I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to meditate on it, see what I learned, think about it from a different perspective. Don't think about it from an embarrassed perspective. If you're embarrassed, think about it from a lesson. What did you learn? If someone wronged you, think about it as where you are now. Why did that need to happen in your life for you to get where you are now, to forgive and forgive the person or forgive yourself? So create a space, instead of being so hard on yourself, create a space to work through your fears, work through your shadow work, because this rebirth is happening. And I feel like, Leo, more than any pile, I'm just getting this sense of radical transformation, radical rebirth, just this beautiful like flip of your mental clarity. And I feel like I'm just seeing a lot of like sparks and fireworks going off in your brain, being like, wait, I get it now. Or like, wait, I feel so differently about this than I did 5 days ago. Or like, wait, I need to change that about myself, or something, you know? Like, you guys are getting a lot of bursts of, you know, this individuality, and I feel like you guys are meant to break out of your comfort zone and create that space where you can be authentically yourself. And, you know, sometimes it is scary. Sometimes creating that space and going through a transformation, going through a rebirth is scary. It's, you know, it's not something that humans like. We don't really like change, and we like clinging on to our identities so much. But actually, when you stop doing that, when you stop clinging on so much to what was, what will be, who you are as a person, you're letting go of your ego. You're shedding your ego, and you're getting messages, you're receiving messages from your higher self. You're no longer receiving messages from your ego. Fear and insecurity, all that is all from your ego. Most emotions are from your ego. So if you're jealous, if you're insecure, if anything like that is all acting from your ego, that's not who you truly are. You are your higher self. And your higher self, when you're going through these rebirth periods, your higher self is trying to communicate you and push you on that path and say, I got you. Like, that is not you. The insecurities that you have, the beliefs that you hold is not actually you. You are meant to be better than that. You are meant to be different. I'm trying to send you downloads of what is real, what is truth. You know, you're discovering, Leo, what the truth is. You're here, and I'm here for it. We're all here for it. You guys are really uncovering what truth means to you, and you're shedding your ego. Leo, your video ended up cutting out. I'm so sorry. I said so many great messages, but we are going to try our best to go back through all of them. I didn't want to pull new cards for you guys because your reading was so synchronistic, and I just wanted to say these messages. So you got the Four of Swords, which I feel like you guys have been in and will be in this contemplative and peaceful state while you're going through this rebirth phase, kind of letting messages come to, letting you receive downloads and messages from your higher self. So this is such a beautiful energy because I really feel like you guys are stepping into this rebirth, and this came right after the rebirth card. So I really, really think that you guys are meant to kind of take this time for yourself, you know, practice self-care, self-love, and go through this phase, like I said, in a peaceful way. Accept those fears that come to you, accept everything, go through them. And like this girl is just like meditating and she's at peace. So let yourself be peaceful. And then we also got the Eight of Pentacles, and I found it funny because the squirrel spirit came out. So we have this very hardworking energy. So I feel like you guys could be working at something in your career or just working on this transformation, like working really, really hard at it, you know, just like going through this stage. And I feel like abundance will come to you, you know, like you will be benefited from your hard work, and this will, you know, if it is your individual transformation, you will reap the benefits of that and you will get the gifts from that. But if it is, you know, just your career, I feel like maybe specific financial gains will be coming to you, or, you know, you might get a raise or something happening, whatever you're working really hard at. I definitely see your hard work paying off because the Eight of Pentacles is like kind of like this journey. It's a card where all these pentacles are lined up through two pillars. So it's you've been working really, really hard at something and putting your foot forward. Even if you really can't see the outcome, you're just going on this path, you're going on this journey and just being very, very dedicated to your work. Okay, so then we had a few cards come out. We had New Life came out, Observer, and I feel like this literally embodies you guys right now. Like this embodies Leo because you are going through this beautiful transformation, and I just feel like in March you will feel new. You know, you will feel like this new person. You are getting all these intuitive hits. I feel like you guys are just going to feel new and just feel excited to step into this individuality and excited to just express yourself differently. Hi, Leo. I can't believe this happened, but my phone cut out for a third time. So something's up with this energy today. I don't know, but we're not going to let it stop us. We only had a few more messages we didn't go over, but I just really want to make sure these messages get to you guys. So here we go for a third time, but that's okay. You know, life happens, stuff happens. So we went over New Life, so we got that one, and the Squirrel Spirit, you guys have been working hard at something, and I feel like that's really going to pay off. We have also Observer, and I feel like this one for you guys is like, because I feel like you guys have been observing your own life patterns, you've been realizing things about yourself. I feel like you are maybe at a state where you've realized that other people's reactions to things have nothing to do with you. And it's funny because like a friend told me one of the hardest things to realize is, you know, when you get upset about something or mad at somebody or something happens, it's your own ego talking, you know, and that's such a hard and weird thing to learn because you're like, you kind of have to rewire your brain, but it's something that like hurts you, you know, if like someone's not doing something and it's bothering you, you know, it's kind of like your own ego getting offended. It's not your higher self because your higher self is always acting out of love and peace and, you know, all of that stuff. So sometimes it can be hard, but I feel like you're going through this rebirth where you're really figuring out what the truth is and you're figuring out, you know, who you are as a person. So Observer, you're observing your own thoughts and patterns, and Another thing about this card is make sure to, when fear or when you think of stuff from your past, instead of letting it control you, I think that's like one of the worst things we can do in life is like when we think about something from our past, someone who hurt us, a situation we went through, or just something we're embarrassed by or anything like that, the worst thing you can do is let it control you, because that's your ego talking. If your ego wants to acknowledge it as like, oh, that was embarrassing, or that was this, that is your ego sending you a message. That's not your higher self. That's not, so something that can be helpful is kind of observing your past and observing this shadow work that you do when a message comes in from your past, observing it, if it's a fear and insecurity, or if someone wronged you, or if it's something like that, instead of being scared of it or feeling guilty or embarrassed or saying, oh, I can't believe I did that, things like that, create a space for it instead and look at it from a different perspective. Look at it from a higher perspective. Don't just look at it from like, oh, I'm embarrassed or this person hurt me, realize and look at it from a higher perspective and realize, what lessons did I learn? What is my higher self trying to tell me about the situation? If this person hurt me, where am I at in my life now? Why did that need to happen? Why did I learn those lessons? So transforming the way you think and you look at your past is like a very beautiful thing. And that's all what shadow work is sometimes it's hard to do that, is confront that stuff. But when you confront it, create a space for it, welcome it in, accept it, and be healthy about the way you release it. Don't let it control you, because if you're letting fear control you, your insecurities control you, that's just not a good thing. So you really want to realize and act from your higher self when you create a space for working on yourself and create a space for working through your problems, working through your self-limiting beliefs, just working through anything that comes up. Create a space for it, accept it like it's almost like your friend, and say, okay, like, let's see what I learned from this situation and release it, So that can be really helpful and very valuable. We also had chaos and conflict. So this card is so beautiful for you guys because I think it's so funny because it's a zebra literally shedding giraffe skin, and it literally reminds me of like not being true to yourself or not being who you authentically are. And the zebra is like, all right, I'm going to try to be me now. I'm going to step into my individuality and be who I authentically am and be who I'm meant to be. So it's kind of expressing yourself, expressing your individuality, and like shedding that old skin, realizing, I'm transforming and I'm not going to pretend to be this person anymore. I'm going to be who I truly am. Maybe it's in a situation with friends or family when they say stuff you don't necessarily agree, but you don't necessarily like stand up for what you believe in. It's like, it's okay to be you. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay. And sometimes this happens in chaos and conflict. Sometimes that shadow work comes up when a conflict is occurring, but conflict's okay, because in these death times, in these rebirth periods of our life, some of the most beautiful transformations are happening. So we really want to pay attention to that. So even if there is conflict surrounding a situation, you are transforming. Conflict transforms us. These death moments, these rebirth moments, that's when we have the most realizations. That's when we get the most intuitive hits. That's when our higher self is kind of talking to us. And I feel like your higher self is pushing you along this path and kind of guiding you and being like, okay, like, go ahead, go in this direction. I'll be watching you. I'll catch you as you fall, but you need to shed this skin. You need to be authentically you. And that's what I'm pushing you to do. I feel like you're really getting pushed on this self-discovery path. And I feel like in March, you'll just feel different, and you might say like, oh, I've already done the work. I've already done my rebirth. I've already, I'm already pretty authentic, and if you do say that, that's okay, because it's a journey. We're constantly evolving, constantly recreating ourselves, and you don't have to be the same person you were yesterday. So, just remembering that is, even if you feel better and you feel yourself, like you're constantly evolving and you're constantly having new realizations, constantly on the journey to self-discovery. And I shared this with another group, but this is something that I just love. It was saying that we're always chasing after our purpose, like whether it's career or friendships or whatever it is, all these external factors, we're like, who are we really? But sometimes the greatest gift you can offer the world is your inner transformation, is how you face your own battles, how you transform, how you are creating your own individuality, like this zebra that thought he was a giraffe for a while, apparently. But just being you and going through that shadow work, those periods of transformation, that is the most beautiful gift you can offer the world, is being authentically you. And that's where your purpose comes in. And that's, you know, that's what we're really chasing, is self-discovery and just understanding how we want to live, how we want to treat people, what people we want in our lives, what people we don't want in our lives. You know, it's constantly changing. However, you and your relationship with yourself is very important, is extremely important. And then we have exchanging gifts. So this is kind of just like the give and take of the universe. The universe will teach you things. You know, the universe will face you with death sometimes and be like, all right, you want some conflict? Here you go. And it's always to teach you something. It's always to kind of awaken a new part of you. If you're on this journey to find the truth or search for the truth, this is always, you know, kind of your journey. And then I've actually been getting the death card a lot too recently. And then exchanging gifts is like, you know, the give and take. You know, I will send you on your journey, I will lead you on a path, and, you know, sometimes it might be bad, or sometimes you might have conflict, but that's okay, because after conflict always comes resolution, and it always comes this beautiful transformation of rebirthing yourself. So our last and final card, I thought this was such a beautiful one to end on, is the Sandpiper Spirit. Be playful. This is super important because sometimes when you're going through a heavy transformation or things are happening in your life, don't forget to be playful. And don't forget to smile and laugh. That is also the greatest gift you can give the world. You know, you can read all the self-help books you want and get caught up in all of that stuff and, you know, transform yourself and, you know, just make all these self-discoveries, and that's beautiful and that's fine. But don't forget, like, to not take life too seriously as well. Don't just burden yourself with all these heavy emotions all the time, you know? So give yourself the time and space to reflect. Like I said, make a space for it. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to let it out, let it out. But, you know, don't stay in that. You know, always allow yourself to overcome that. Always allow yourself to release. I think that releasing period is very important, and allow yourself to be playful, have fun. You know, in March you might have some more fun moments, exciting celebrations coming up. I don't know, you might also, if you are working a lot, because you seem like a very hard worker, you might be, like I said, getting those financial benefits. But if you work really hard, it takes time for self-care. If you want to go out with friends, go out with friends. If you want to have a bath, have a bath. If you want to do a face mask, you know, do whatever you do for self-care. I know it can be different for men and women, but, you know, do whatever you want. Just whatever makes you feel good, do that, and you will feel happy. And just be playful. Don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to not take life too seriously, because you are meant to have this human experience on earth. You are meant to have a lot of fun here, and that's very important. So even when you're working on yourself and things are happening in your life, don't forget that your inner happiness and your soul craves that human experience, and it craves having fun and lightheartedness, peace, and love. So definitely remember that. Anyway, Leo, I am so sorry for the different camera angles, all the cuts in this video. Maybe it was a sign that this energy is definitely, like, not so much heavy, but it's definitely a very transformative energy. It just seems like these messages are so important, and every single time it cut, I was just like, no, I need to get these messages across. So I feel like they're definitely meant for you, Leo. Let me know how much of it resonated, and I hope you guys have such an amazing March. I am looking forward to being back with other readings as well, so stay tuned for that. But until I see you guys next time, oh, also, watch your sun, moon, and rising if you want a more accurate prediction. I might have said that in the beginning, but until I see you guys next time, I love you guys.